Well, I thought, today we had obviously an excellent defensive day. We were locked in, and our effort level, everything that we really wanted to do defensively, we were able to do it. That's the one thing about having a high seed in a conference tournament. It's to your advantage because the team you play, and in Utah's case, had to play a 40-minute hard-fought game yesterday against Washington, and we didn't. And I felt like the longer the game went, you could kind of sense that that was to our advantage. But, TJ and Nick set the tone for our defense. And although I thought Utah might have missed some shots they normally make for the most part, we tried to make the game hard-earned on that end of the floor. And it was one of our best defensive efforts of the season. To me, that set the tone, and that was the storyline of our first game here in this tournament.
I would say it was pretty much a team effort. When you got a guy like DeLon Wright coming off a pick and roll, it's, you got to worry about him at first. But, I think as a team we did a good job at containing him and, containing the big men as well.
I mean, I think that's been our biggest thing this year, really, when we get stops and get rebounds and get the push. I mean, our athletes, our athleticism is really at play, and I mean, I think finishing with dunks and around the basket, it gets everybody going. So it's definitely one of our strong points.
They had a couple missed opportunities late in the game at Utah that I know that they were looking to take advantage of today off of DeLon Wright using ball screens and a lot of different ways that they do it. That was our emphasis, and our defense just collectively was better. It's not one person, it's the group. We're in the right place, the right time, played with a lot of energy, a lot of effort. And as the game wore on, like I said, I felt like we took advantage of our freshness. Well, I think both of these guys embody a lot of qualities that you want in players, but especially guards. In Nick's case, one of the things that's very understated, and I believe that the coaches in our conference have recognized, is he actually plays 3 different positions in every game. It's hard to do. It's hard to learn 3 positions, let alone do it effectively. And from a defensive perspective, both TJ and Nick, they bring a great will, a great desire, and talent on that end of the court. So, scoring points is always something that people pay attention to, assist, production, all those types of things. But, Nick there in that area, TJ as well, and I think off the court, the same thing, where one of the things our team is fortunate to be is close off the court, and it starts with people on our team wanting to be close. And these guys have worked really since last spring to foster that. And I think a lot of the things that you see on the court started a long time ago with us, started a long time ago with Nick, wanting to be on a special team this year. And, he's certainly the leader, and I believe TJ's right there with him. And it's been a big part of our success for sure. And seeing Nick on the All-American teams, to me, is well-deserved, hard-earned. Our record is 29-3. We've been there from November when we played on a neutral court in Madison Square Garden to an 11 a.m. tip-off in the snow at Michigan to playing at San Diego State, I think in the first couple of weeks of our season, playing in a conference that I believe is second to none. I mean, we might have 6, 7 teams that are in the NCAA tournament. So we've been there from start to finish, and Nick's carried us, and TJ is backcourt mate as a combination. These guys, I don't believe, take a back seat to many.
I think we've done great on the road. If you look at our resume, I mean, our 3rd game of the year was at San Diego State in a hostile environment. We went to Duke, to Madison Square Garden, where it was a majority Duke fans. Then we were at Michigan. So, I mean, those were our really 3 big road games in the non-conference, and we slipped up a few times in conference, but, I mean, that's credit to those teams. But, I mean, here, you heard all the fans here, and we're fully expecting that wherever we go because we have a great fan base.
It's tough to lose a guy like Brandon production-wise, and, Nick as the leader came up to me and said, now that Brandon's down, you're going to have to pick up the slack a little bit on offense, and, the coaches have said that as well. So I'm kind of just letting the game come to me. If I'm open, I'm obviously going to shoot, but I'm trying to get the team in the offense, get people the ball, and, you know, my teammates have done a good job of making shots and getting me the ball as well.
You know, when you have as many fans that have traveled the way we have to Vegas, you almost feel like it's your obligation to perform well and to advance for them, for their efforts. And, you know, just hearing our crowd today, I would imagine it's only going to pick up moving towards tomorrow. So we're excited to play tomorrow and recognize that we're in a terrific conference, and we're excited to play in front of so many Arizona Wildcat fans.